Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, this video was inspired. I got inspiration from a trip that I took to Jamaica this year, and I saw some crazy stuff, guys. Some pretty interesting stuff as well, but mostly bizarre. Not that it's something that is new, but I think what really got me, or what really blew me away, was how popular this was and how brave women has become when it comes on to having multiple partners at a time and so on. Well, multiple men, have more than one man at a time. So I was curious, so I asked a young lady that I know from the community, i.e. the garrison that I was staying in. I asked her to do this interview with me so that I can get some insights, and of course I thought it would make for good content for my channel in terms of education. So she has agreed to do it. We did the pre-interview, but of course she doesn't want her face to be shown, so I blocked that out. But she doesn't mind her voice being, her real voice being in the video. But yeah, how I'm gonna be doing this, guys, is I'm going to ask the questions, then give a reply, then come back with my commentary, i.e. my 2 cents on what she has to say, as in her logics. And bear in mind, guys, most of what she has to say, it actually represents most of the girls that is around her, that are friends. So they all share the same sentiment as to why they're doing what they're doing. So without any further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So guys, the first question I asked her was, why them are entertain so much relationship at one time? As in, them have two, 3, sometimes even 4 man at a time that don't know about each other. Because I'm curious, because it's mad, though. Someone want to know, someone me interested to find out. Not that I am on no moral high ground, but you know, like, I think these things are interesting because obviously for me, growing up in a garrison, I don't have that mindset. I always want to have one partner at a time. So I just wanted to find out what was going on. Why, you know? This was her reply, guys. Listen, and then I come back with my thoughts on it.
It's because of a lot of reasons. Maybe the sex is not pleasing because of money. So it's a lot of reasons. Well, we wish me know some people do it because them just bad dead. But also me then, I do it because sometimes you don't have a partner, get tired of him sex, or him money not enough. It's like he would have come in and get $10,000, but yet still you work 5 but a bill at 20. So fulfill the next part there, you have to have a next man though.
I wasn't really expecting that response, guys. However, I will give it to her. I must say, you know, I respect her so much for her honesty and for doing this. I mean, but I honestly wasn't expecting that response. In terms of, I would expect that a response to the first question, as in why you do it, would be more down the lines of the man not treat me good, or, you know, me not really love him, or something that is more logical. I mean, I guess this is her logics, but like I said, she mentioned that this kind of represents most of the girls that are around her, and that she, so I guess that's their logics. But coming from a perspective of, again, somebody who been through that same system, I don't really think it's really justified. Especially when you're someone of morals. And like I said, I'm not coming from no high moral compass or judgment or being judgmental or so on. I guess this kind of opens up Pandora's box in terms of looking at it from a place of, this is not necessarily normal. It clearly shows that there's something not okay up here. And don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespecting you to the young lady, but it just shows that as we call this cognitive distortion, how we think and how we look at life. So anyway, let's go to the next question and see what comes out of that one.
Ask is, I've also noticed that these men, they're not aware that they're not the only one. So I also want to know how do you guys carry out this action without being caught?
Enough chicks in a thing, whole heap of chick, because if you have an ex-partner, you're supposed to can tell him when for call, when not for call, when you never meet up, all of that, without your next partner. Find out. Sometimes you have someone and accept knowing that you have two man, and just because him can't fill that part there, he just have to accept it and him really like it, though. So I will heap a little chicken night.
Interesting, guys. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm just going to let the video play, let the whole interview play, and then I'll come back with my thoughts.
One man come after each other. At least I've seen girls done it, but, how do they keep it up without implicating yourself?
You're supposed to can control that part there, you understand? You're supposed to can control knowing if you have two man. If maybe the man where you have one your personal man, you have an ex-man where you know you and him just have sex money or whatever. And yes, him supposed to can know say for you go in a relationship, I tell him say, I have one man and so and so. So you see you got put him on him guard. So when you put him on him guard, you don't have him under control. So I just your money in your yard now for you hide from. You see me? And your money in your yard now got always there running 24/7s.
Stop doing it, because of course you're hurting men. Men have feelings too. Do you think girls will ever stop, or do you think it's important that the female tell the man what she's doing?
Yeah, I feel like girl will stop, of course, but that will never stop, because you know why? Man do it too. What to the man, them have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 women, them account numbers. And them not do it because of money, because them go talk to 10 million girls and get a girls all have money for give man, and then because we might do check and say what girl is and one girl is.
Aren't you guys afraid that you might get killed? I mean, you might get hurt. I mean, you've seen how many females are being murdered by their partners for infidelity. Aren't you guys afraid of that? What makes you so brave too?
When I say infidelity, tell me what that mean. Because yes, we're afraid, but we're gonna use this back pan him and tell him say you not it, and next man I gotta do it. Sometimes we even keep in a relationship because we're afraid of the person. So if you not do it and next man I gotta do it, and remember when you come meet with picnic, we have to eat, we bills have to pay, like bill have to pay, rent have to pay, we have to live. For my child happy because I must say 99% of we don't have a baby father. So for my child happy, me good. So I'm in a business about feelings. So that feeling something then I go work where me concerned. I look a feeling something there. Because nobody not a feeling to nobody again. Me not feel so. Because if they have feelings to somebody, would kill them. As you say, man kill woman when them do the things, and if they have feelings to the woman, would kill her. No? Sometimes, I will have a good man, I will get caught, and the man will beat me, and they will go back and do it. Because guess why? No matter the lick them him give no matter the things them him give it's him still not feel a part there. Him could not even know about all the partner they were either and sure, either around or been there. So sometimes we get caught, the man with that beat we go back again and say, lick cool off and gone again.
So guys, there you have it. That's the full interview. Well, guys, it's a lot to take in, isn't it? It's a lot to take in for real. One, it's very unfortunate and sad, and not only sad, it's also a little bit irritating in a sense, because when, most of the justifications, they're not necessarily justifications. So this is my opinion, my thoughts on it, and what I think. and why I think that most of these young girls, they continue to live that lifestyle or continue to stay where they are and not improve, end up in some serious situations where they get hurt, so many things, which is not really nice. Because once again, there's clearly a lot going on mentally that is not okay. There's clearly a lot that it's not necessarily quote unquote how individuals should view life and look at life. And this is why I always talk about upbringing. I always talk about a lot of things that plays a role. A lot of us, we think, oh, it's all about if you ever go to this high school or that high school. No, a lot of young girls, them illiterate, they don't really look at life in a logical way. They look at life in a more exciting way. So while I'm not judging the young lady, I am being real in terms of, what I can interpret, or what I can sense from the situation is that most of these girls, it's not necessarily because they can't feed themselves. It's more likely about wanting to live above your means, because young people, they always want to go party, they want to dress, they want to do all these things. So what you find is it's all about the trend, it's all about looking good. So having that requirement would mean that they would need to have more money to buy more clothes and so on. So of course, if them have one man, to them you can't fulfill that. So because their demands is so high or their lifestyle is so lavish, them have to have more than one man to fulfill that and pay them bills. Now, to me, and I'll say this unapologetically, it's a very disgusting way to live. Because it's one thing to grow up in a society where obviously the society is not giving you as much as you should get in order to survive or in order to propel as a young person. And going back to the fact that having grown up in a inner city, I know how it is when most things are not readily available to you, when you have to fight hard, right? But I also know on the flip side, those who are lazy and don't want to fight. There's a lot of people that want an easy life and everything should be easy for them. Everything should just come to them. It's that gutter mindset, as I would call it, the gutter mindset, where you grew up and you have the lazy mentality and you don't feel like you want to work hard for nothing. Everything should be given to you. So what you do is blame society and blame your environment and blame poverty and blame all of that. You see? So looking at it from that angle, remember there's another angle where people are genuinely in a situation where it's hard for them to come out of, where their environment don't really breed much positivity or they don't really have much opportunities. So it's all of those angles. But I'm telling you about what I experienced in Jamaica with these young girls. I honestly believe it's them loving that whole lifestyle. They want to live the lavish life and they use these men to fund their lifestyle. They don't really have that moral compass to see that that's really not good. When you're looking to say so many men that have been between your legs are you can't even count on two hands how many partners you've been with. Them not really see it that way there, which is it's sad because they may think that it's well and good, but these are the same young ladies that are empty, that you find that even though they go to these parties, even though they have all these men, them empty, them sad, them broken, them drink, them smoke, them do so many things to ease the pain because they'll never feel fulfilled because they're more than likely using these situations to just have a false sense of happiness, which is what the devil do most of it. The devil lead us to a life that is so glamorous and then we're going to the life which is wrong. The devil left way when we're broken and mashed down and nobody know that I just God we have to turn to. Most of the way, we know I've been there, where I just God we have to turn to. It's just what it is, I saw the devil do it. Devil make everything nice and sweet. Because there's a devil, and the devil is not. I'm always tell people say the devil is not a man in a red with red eyes or red hand and foolishness there. The devil is beautiful, that looks beautiful. It's the world and the lust, and the devil is what we see in the world, what we desire in the world, and the lust and everything like that. And we get drawn away by it. That means there's a lot of people walking around who are the devil, that we see and we don't know say inside deep down in them are the devil. So I just really that, and I mean it just shows that, you know, Jamaica is not really going in the right direction when it comes on to the future and the young people and their thoughts and ideas and so on. Because what if a girl from ghetto, including myself, didn't go that way? We know everybody different, but at the end of the day, that part is not the best part, because what you find is that one woman get murdered, a lot of abuse, a lot of beat up on them something there, and most of them girls are used to that, and it seems like it's the norm to them. As she's saying, you know, if they get beat up, they still go back. It's like it's a norm to live that lifestyle, and it's not really good. And on top of that, you have these men. Some of them are good men, and they end up in a situation like that because for some reason men are more into commitment than women these days. Man want to settle down. I don't know what's going on in the world, but there's a shift where women are more promiscuous in a sense, and they most of them don't really want commitment. Obviously there's some that do, but the world kind of shift where the woman them get more aggressive with cheating and all of that, which is not good on both sides. So both male and female is not right. But again, it's just the fact that having more than one man at a time, it's a bit much. Because eventually it'll come around to bite you. It's gonna come back around to bite you. You know, none of us is perfect, but you can strive to be better, man. You know, instead of saying because you have to pay bills. What about working? Go look at work. You know, why women sit down and wait for a man to mind them? Go look at job. Go better yourself. Go push yourself. Instead of sitting down and being glamorous, partying and wanting someone to take care of you. Why you live this lifestyle and having 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 man? You know, hurt these young men, which obviously, you know, most man can't manage. So them end up hurt the woman, or murder, kill the woman or something, which is just crazy. So I just don't understand, you know, this logics of you having more than one man because you need one can maintain you. But maintain yourself. That's my opinion. Maintain yourself. Get up, rise up. Find something to do and stop sitting down. You need to have something to bring to the table, and that is what is wrong with young girls. They don't have anything to bring to the table but them body. And that is what needs to change. So I know that there's a lot of psychological problems in these young girls. And it goes back to upbringing as well. And it goes back to not having that proper foundation, which I always talk about. But that's not an excuse. Because even if you're not given something when you're younger, you can push yourself out. You can rise above. You know, it's called survival of the fittest. Fighting to get out of a situation or what you came up into. And that's my thoughts on it, guys. So guys, as always, I do thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you found it insightful. Please do leave your comments in the comment section. You know, of what you think, your thoughts, whatever you think about the interview and the young lady, etc. And what these young ladies are doing. You know, just leave a thought in the comment section. And as always, do give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, Godspeed. Big ups. Bye, guys.